Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing well as we're closing in on Halloween. Some of you may see this after that. I really just wanted to take a few minutes to just really quickly go through some of the things that we're working on for fourth quarter now that we have finished reporting for third quarter. So all the third quarter payroll taxes and such were all due this week. They're done. We can move on now and talk about fourth quarter. So I just want to run through some things that maybe should be on your radar and so that you kind of have an idea of what we are doing this time of year. So like I said, it's time for fourth quarter planning. From November 15th to December 15th, we really focus as a firm on fourth quarter estimated tax planning. So if you have a business, you are on our list to go through and pull your numbers out of QuickBooks or request numbers from you. And look at your projections, see where you are, try to estimate what your January 15th estimated payment will be. Certainly, as we're really looking at numbers through October or November, January's estimate is still an estimate. There's no way getting around that. You could still owe or get a refund back at tax time, but it's the best estimate that we can do within the time allowed and within the time that allows you still that end of December time to make some moves if it makes sense for you to do so. If you don't have a business, this is still the time to be doing tax reviews. So if we haven't done a projection for you all year, now is the time to get us a pay stub, get us information, grab time on the calendar, let's chat and see where you're at and eliminate some surprises. If you are an S-Corp shareholder, now is the time to make sure that your health insurance premiums are adjusted properly in payroll, that you're reimbursing yourself for home office expenses, for mileage. Those things need to be done by the end of the year. So this is a great time. This is also a time for business owners to make sure that W-9s are on file for all subcontractors. Keep in mind that 1099s have to be issued conceivably to your landlord for the business, as well as traditional subcontractors, as well as professional service providers. We are a corporation, you don't have to issue it to us, but other professional service providers in your business life may also require a 1099. So we've been trying to keep up on that for you, but definitely help us out, make sure you're getting those W-9s before you pay vendors. If you have a business or rental property, make sure that if you are logging your mileage, especially if you're using an app like MileIQ, make sure that you're getting backups of that data, make sure that it's still running, that you haven't gotten months of no data for some reason. Just check on that. One thing that we're really working on putting information together for is new beneficial ownership reporting requirements. This is something that will apply to all owners of LLCs, S-Corp shareholders. Those businesses will have a new requirement starting January 1st. It's something that we will not be able to assist with, but we will provide as much information. We will be following up to try to help make sure that this gets done. It's a report to the federal government on the owners of the business, which sounds very simple. I promise you it is not as simple as it sounds, which is one of the reasons we can't handle it for you. But like I said, we're working on putting information together to get out to you to make it as clear as possible and help make sure that you know that you need to be compliant on that. The penalties are really high if you miss it, so it's high on our list. The other thing that I know, if you've been around this last few weeks, we're really excited about the new taxpayer workshop. And so I just wanted to share with you something that we've developed for that workshop. So this is a spreadsheet that we'll be providing to attendees of the workshop. The first one is coming up this Saturday, and we'll get another one on the calendar in January. But this will walk attendees through how to kind of estimate what their own tax is. This mirrors some of the math that we do when we work on your projections, just in a more simplified format. So we'll ask attendees to have a pay stub available if possible, and they'll be able to put in what the date of the pay stub in their hand is, how often they get paid, And with that, it's going to calculate how many more pay periods they have throughout the year, between now and the end of the year. They can put in their data for that pay stub. Say they get paid $1,000 every pay period. So it's going to do the math and say they'll have 4 more pay periods. So $4,000 left between now and the end of the year. And so far this year, maybe they've made $24,000. They can make some adjustments if they've got any pre-tax things. We're going to skip that for now. But they can put in what they've had withheld on each check, and then so far for the year. And so it's calculating that this fictitious person may have wages for the year of $28,000. Their standard deduction gets subtracted. Their tax for the year is probably $1,400, and they had potentially $2,800 withheld, so they should be getting a refund of $1,300. There's a bit of opportunity to put in some additional income if they've got investment income, or they're doing some gig work, and it will adjust all of the math from there. Again, it's very simplified. It's assuming they're single, they have no dependents. We're not talking about deductions on self-employment income in this spreadsheet. We're trying to keep it simple, but at the same time give them a tool that they can use to help make sure that they aren't going to have a surprise at tax time. Nothing worse than surprises at tax time. So that's what we've been working on. If you have any new taxpayers, young adults in your life, feel free to invite them. We'd love to have them and help make sure that they are on the right path going forward. So anything I can do for you, let me know. If you've got questions, anything that we should talk about in a future video, definitely let me know. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I will see you all next week. Bye.